4, 3, 2, 1. We're live. Mark, thanks for coming in.
A pleasure. Always good to be back in London.
Yeah, you've been here a good few times. You lived here, you just said, didn't you?
6 years in London, before I moved to Belfast,
Whereabouts in London?
All over. I was in working construction, so down at Greenwich. I ended up over Greenwich Blackheath Way at the end, but I was Earl's Court in the beginning, like all of us Southern Africans. And
Where did you say in Africa you're from again?
Zimbabwe.
Yeah. When did you move over this side of the world?
In 1987, I came over to London for a year or two.
Yeah.
I still haven't got home.
Yeah.
At 6 years, and then 1993 I moved to Belfast for a year or two.
Yeah.
I'm still there.
So tell us all about Chaka Travel. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, well, I got to Belfast and I was homesick, wanted to do something different. I was a civil engineer and I wanted my own business. And I looked at various things to link me with Zimbabwe, link me at home. And I thought, and tourism in Zimbabwe is really starting to take off and boom. You got some great stuff there, Victoria Falls, the safaris, all the rest of it, and some great golf courses. So I set up a golf travel company and thought, okay, we'll specialise in long-haul tailor-made stuff, knowing that it wouldn't just be Zimbabwe. So we set that up, that worked well. We started doing stuff in South Africa, and then we've just gone on to do a lot more, Mauritius and Thailand, Malaysia, the States, Caribbean. It just sort of evolved over the last 25 years.
It's one of them businesses, just from the outset, just looking at it, it seems like a tough business to get immediate cash flow at the start. Would I be right in saying that? Yeah,
but your customers are paying you before they travel.
Yeah.
It's not like when I was in construction, you're trying to get the money off the main contractor. So, if people don't pay me the money, I don't send them the tickets.
Oh, no, like not in that sense. It's just like that you could be waiting a long time for your first sale, is what I mean, by not hold up on money. But I just saying it probably takes a bit of hunting to get your first couple of clients on board.
I was trying to work out how best to get it going. So I started placing a couple of small ads in golf magazines. And then I was driving along and I saw one of these AA signs saying golf tournament on at a local club in Belfast. So I went home, printed some little flyers on the home printer and went and put them under everyone's windscreens at the golf, at this tournament.
Yeah, that's cool.
Really did. And then got a call and a guy said, you want to go to Zimbabwe, and we got 4 of them on board from the course I'm now a member of, and we're having our 25th party in a few months' time, and I'm going to have him as a special guest. He's, our very first customer 25 years later. I still know him.
Jeez, it's been an amazing journey. So tell us, you said Zimbabwe was your first trip, that was your first package, and what is your ideal client? What type of people are coming to you? I presume it's a bit more high-end people.
Definitely. We aimed at the higher end of the market without being sort of the snobbish end. It's just people with a bit more money. Our average spend for a holiday now is probably about £4,000-5,000 a person for a 2-week holiday, and our demographic, mainly couples, going to Mauritius, South Africa, everything. It's a holiday with golf rather than going to play golf in the sun. Yeah, because you might as well go to Spain and Portugal and do it.
Yeah, I know a lot of people who went on golf trips, inverted commas, and the golf bags never left the apartment for the week.
Yeah, I can tell you a few stories of that.
So yours is like you actually get a lot of couples.
And sort of our clients are generally 40 years up, a lot in their 50s and 60s, a lot who are doing reasonably well in life and like their holidays, like a nice resort, good golf, nice restaurants and bars, and 1-2 weeks in the sun, and some of them are doing it twice a year. And we've got some customers who are going out for 3, 4, 5 weeks at a time as well. So we've got a lot of repeat clients. Like 65% of our business now is repeat and referral business. Yeah,
because just moving on to that, I was going to ask you about some of the marketing structures you have in place, and because you have a slightly older demographic that mightn't always be social media and digital focused, it must be very referral based type marketing, as you said. And for the other percentage that you're trying to grab, I suppose, what are your main kind of marketing strategies for them?
Well, I got Sean, a guy you've met, who's like a product development manager on the ground here in London, going to various networking events, but some big golf clubs, and developing relationships with a lot of people, so that they have them in, and we do evenings about our products to people in golf clubs and things like that. And then we're doing the usual, throwing a huge amount of money at Google, and that's diminishing returns over the years. You know, the Google AdWords
It's
and
very
everything.
overpriced now.
It is, compared to, it used to be El Dorado in the old days. It was really cheap, great way to get to people. It's gone the other way now. So we're sort of moving back a bit more to things like print media.
Really?
Which, you know, it sounds old school, but it's like cost-wise, it's becoming more effective again. The Google AdWords, it's just gone crazy over the years. I don't know where it's all going to end up, but I can see people having to think a bit more, like, you know, having Sean on the road.
It's completely saturated.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you type in, just say golf trips, and I could get 10 different ads in the first page. You know, you could get 5 at the top and 5 at the bottom.
Yeah.
It's a bit like these digital platforms. It's like real estate, really. When you get on early, you get a good deal, and as time goes on, it just becomes very, very expensive and overpriced. But I think it's Google's main revenue stream. So, and I got a letter a couple of weeks ago about a discount for ads. So they must be really trying to push it. It must be struggling if I'm getting like I think it was £120 ad voucher for Google Ads. So they must be struggling. But yeah, I worry for agencies that are heavily reliant on PPC, because I do think it's everything is going content wise, and I can see why there is more value. You can create more engaging content rather than the PPC. As I said, it's overpriced, and you're not really offering a whole lot. It's just a click at the end of the day, and it's hard to get people to click on it if there's no video or picture or some sort of some sort of content to intrigue them, you know.
YouTube, we're doing more, and so we go away, myself and staff members, we go play good courses around the world, stay in nice hotels, and I just video it all just on the phone, take little clips, and we piece them together ourselves, check them up on YouTube. We're doing a bit of YouTube advertising. That's sort of a newer way, and it's more engaging for people as well. Little video clips of us on the golf courses chatting about it, rather than still advert.
As well, it's more enjoyable, as you said, I know, for your consumer, but internally for the staff, it's a bit more fun when you see what kind of reaction your content gets. And create a bit of morale around the place. Do you find that technological changes interfering with your business a lot?
Well, for good and bad. I mean, like we started when we were sending brochures out in the post to people and faxing things like that. So, and we've been all the way through to the website coming along, buying some software and telling my brother, build me a website. And, he did that in the early days of the business. And it really worked. At one stage we had one particular product we were marketing. We were getting too many inquiries. I couldn't handle them. I had to outsource the inquiries to another company. So that worked to our advantage. Having the website means we can be located in Northern Ireland and sell throughout the UK and further afield. We're in the middle of a project at the moment where we're building new websites which are multi-currency and going to be targeted at different countries. So let's say there's a golf in Scandinavia, we'll be targeting them because we know they like going to Dubai. So we've got a Dubai-specific website, and we've got it in multi-currency, and we can aim at people like those guys in Scandinavia or Switzerland or wherever it may be. And we're building, we've got about, I think it's 14 websites going to be going up in the next year or so.
Good stuff.
All of very specific niche websites.
Contextual to the geographic location.
And technology is our friend if we keep moving with it fast enough, but you can't stop. You got to just keep running and keep running.
Oh, for sure. And from the competitive side, from the consumer point of view, I know obviously there's many platforms that allow you to book certain holidays just through apps and through online portals and different websites. From that side of it, do you think it's interfering with your business?
Yes, to a degree. So what we're looking at is what products do we do. So we're doing more and more events and tournaments and experiences where you can either buy it from us or you can't buy it. So you either find it, you buy it, and that's it. And that's a way forward. If you're just selling apples and your competitors selling apples, it's a race to the bottom with Google and everything, and so much competition. So as a business person, you got to think is what are the products which you're going to be able to maintain margins, which are the ones you can provide service and quality to your clients. So you've got to invest heavily in your staff. So you need to have decent margins to provide service. So you've got to have products which you can make margins out of. So it's sort of it's pushing us in different directions. honeymoons. And that, that's what we've now got a golf pro working for us. He's been with us 5 years. He's off to South Africa this week on back-to-back trips, doing a bit of tuition, taking people out wining and dining, Ernie L's have wine estate, all these sort of things. And I see that as what we want to do as a business, more and more create experiences rather than just sell holidays.
Exactly, yeah. It's brand is everything, really. If you're creating that aroma for customers, it creates a kind of monkey see, monkey do effect. And did I see did Stephen Ferris get involved with your brand? Did I see? Yeah, could you tell us a bit about that?
Big Stevie, he's a great guy. Met him over the years.
It was
a shame when he got injured.
Yeah, he had a very premature career, but he was a good bit of stuff.
Absolutely, and a wonderful guy. And I've met him at a number of events and over the years, and we got on great. He's very down to earth, very easy to chat to. And with the Lions tour to South Africa next year, I said to him, would he think of maybe getting involved? We could do something together. And we've just stayed in touch, chatted away, and he said, come on board as an ambassador. So he's off to Dominican Republic end of March with his wife, organised a trip for him to go out there, play the courses while he's there. He'll do some of these videos and photos and all the rest, and we'll use those marketing and do press releases and everything else. So you imagine Irish Golfer magazine and these, to have a guy who's so well known in Ireland and lived in Ireland, and there he's a human interest story. He's playing golf in the Dominican Republic at the teeth of the dog course and stuff. So we're trying to take somebody who's rugby, but he's a mad keen golfer. He's a member at Port Rush. He's got the shortest backswing you've ever seen because he's so strong. He just doesn't need to swing it hard at all. But just a cracking guy, and we're really pleased to have him on board.
No, it's a good strategy, because I was looking at it saying, geez, you're collaborating with Stephen Ferris. It's definitely a good route to have that kind of brand ambassador, because as I said earlier, it's not probably the easiest industry to make huge marketing campaigns for, because your audience is your demographic is slightly older, so it isn't the easiest. So it's a very good strategy, and I'm looking forward to seeing some of the content that's put up there. How do you find business back in Belfast? What's it like back there? As I said, I went to university there. I haven't been there for a few years. How's the city doing over there?
Belfast booming. You've got, just yesterday there was a big announcement about big new film studios being built there. It's going to be second biggest studios in Europe outside of London. Already there's huge studios, Game of Thrones and everything being filmed there. So Belfast, we've got more cruise ships than you can count coming in. The tourism side's booming. The golf is obviously having Rory and G-Mac and Darren Clark, all the rest has helped. So there's so many positives in the tail end of the, we're out of the troubles and into a new dawn. You've been up there, you've seen it. It's great crack, great people, lovely town, and, it's really on the way up. Yeah, I loved it up there. I just thought it was a great town to go out and they said the university side, I got great education up there, but in and out of university. But I thought the standard of education, I went to Jordanstown and done my master's in marketing up there. I just thought it was so hands-on, and lecturers up there were very interested in life after uni, which you don't always get, because some of these universities are like businesses. But I have to say, at Jordanstown, it was exceptional, and they really care about Belfast and up north, and all the different places around Ireland. Really, they just really care about where you want to go. And I remember when I said I was from Cork, they were thrilled to have me. It's like, no one from Cork. It kind of was in our course before. They're absolutely thrilled. I suppose it's a good sign for them. If there's people from 4 hours away coming up to do their courses. And you said you work with Jordanstown, if you want to. Yeah, I do, with a charity I set up with some friends, including a lecturer a professor from Jordanstown, Deirdre Brennan, and her husband, Gareth Maguire, and we set up a charity called Sport Changes Life 11 years ago. And we work with young people in the community, all the usual problems young people are getting into, mischief and all the rest, and we try to put them on the straight and narrow and give them support and help. And we brought in 170 odd Americans to do their masters in Ireland, throughout Ireland, including down in Cork, Galway, Limerick, and UU is the founding university partner of the charity, and done a huge amount in Belfast working with at-risk young people, and UU's been an integral part of helping make that happen. That's brilliant, and
even from a recruitment side of view, having that relationship with the university for your own help, I would say it gives you a chance to connect with people in the university, and just it's great for that recruitment side. Even every company should collaborate with universities, because
Definitely.
there's so much going on besides just the academia side of it. I think every business should do it, and it's no harm. I find that it's no harm just to go away and read an academic journal every so often and just study your area, and people forget that a lot. But tell me, Mark, if I'm to book your services, what is the journey? The minute I pay the deposit, or tell us the full customer service? So if I want to go to Mauritius for a week or 2 weeks with my buddies.
Somebody says, oh, you should speak to Mark and the guys at Chaka. You want to go to Mauritius, they really know it well. Yeah, it's a lot of it done over email now. You hardly talk to your customers. It's changed a lot. But we try and spend as much time on the phone, get in and know people, what they really want. We package it up, and then we'll take a deposit, you pay the balance sort of a couple of months before you go away. But we do everything from the flights. You'll be met by people with a name board, assisted to a car, private transfer to the hotel, everything sorted out at the hotel, your tea times booked, golf, everything else. And any extras and bits and bobs. And with a lot of the hotels, we do a lot of business with them, so our customers get upgrades and all the rest of it, and looked after very well. So we just try and chat away, and like I say, we deal with the up end of the market, but we're not a snobbish company in any way. I'm a very basic, simple Zimbabwean who just wants to provide good quality service, and my staff, we've got that. Where we have fun, it's a bit of a, you phone us up, it's a very relaxed, fun process, not a hard sell. We want to make you happy. And, if we make you happy, you make us happy because you come back.
Yeah, no, exactly, because unfortunately travel, like I know yours is more niche, but travel agents don't have the best rep. For a lot of them, it can be quite sales driven, and customer experience can be lost a small bit on that journey. But you obviously focus on golf, and you need to provide that experience a bit more. It's more than just a holiday, but you also provide different services as well. I was checking out, it's not just golf, you do other types of events. If you want to speak a bit about that.
Yeah, well, we're doing bits and pieces. We do a bit of honeymoon and wedding stuff, which sort of bounced up from a lot of our customers going, well, my daughter's getting married, can you do her honeymoon in South Africa or Mauritius? So we do other things. And then with the work we do with American colleges and bringing students in, we've started doing more event stuff. So we're bringing the American colleges in. They play basketball, soccer, golf, and bringing them on tours into Ireland and now more into Europe. And we're looking to develop that. And we've set up a basketball tournament, which the Sport Changes Life, the charity, and Chaka together, we've set up a basketball tournament in the SSE Arena in Belfast, the biggest arena. And we fill that up for a couple of days every November. And we have American teams fly in, and it's filmed live back into America. So we always trying bits and pieces. It is to sit there and just wait for people to come to your door and keep selling the same old products. You won't last long. You've got to be moving all the time.
Have to be innovative in every market. And tough question, if I'm to book it separately, book the whole thing separately, will it come out a lot cheaper, or will it just be a pain in the ass if I'm to book the whole holiday separately? Because I'm just saying, you do hear many people on the streets just say, I'd rather book it separately than go through an agent. I just want to know your perspective on it.
It depends what you're buying. If I'm coming to London for a night or something, I can go hunt around on some portal website and find a hotel for a night. That's great. I'll come in here and that's fine. But if you're going to South Africa on a trip where you want safari, you want Cape Town, you want your golf, you want the winelands, you want everything, and you want something to put together properly, we do that. But also we work a lot with a hotel, so we're getting a much better rate than you would get direct from a hotel. So we can make a margin, provide a service, and give you the holiday at the same cost as if you hunted around and did it all yourself.
Yeah. But
you're not going to have the pain of making the mistakes you make, or you arrive in some foreign country and you book something with somebody and they're not there waiting for you. We're atoll protected, so if we went bust, you get your money back. If we went bust and you were on holiday, the government has to fly you back here. So there's various things where booking with us is an advantage. but definitely there's never a disadvantage with regards to price. We make sure of that. If there was, we wouldn't be in business. Our customers are far too savvy to be just giving us money when they could do it cheaper in other ways.
Exactly. I know I'm very interested in that kind of collaboration with hotels that you can get. It's a bit like kind of phone networks and just say the Carphone warehouse and stuff.
Yeah,
they can get cheaper deals, and people don't realise it. And finally, we'll leave it after this. What are the plans for the next few years? Are you opening up new sort of packages for customers? I know you said you're always innovating, but is there anything very, very new coming onto the market for you guys?
Well, like I say, more of the experiential stuff, things like some of the golf tournaments having inside the rope experiences. So you fly off to, not the major tournaments because they are so difficult to work with, but the smaller, like I was just at the Mauritius Open, we can organise, you fly over there, you get wined and dined, you're inside the ropes, you're right next to the 18th green on a floating platform on the lake, watching the guys play. You wined and dined, you've got all sorts of special experiences, and we can provide that for our customers, and there's a lot more we want to do like that. And like I say, the Lions Tour for South Africa next year, go and play golf and watch the rugby, we put that together for you. So you got a week between test matches, you can go play Sun City and all the great courses, Fancourt Links and all the rest in South Africa. So it's just keep creating more and more interesting and fun experiences for our customers.
The world is endless really what you can do with your services. Mark, thanks a lot for coming in. I appreciate it while you're over on your business trip in London. So it was good to have you in and good to hear about your business, and I wish you the best of luck for the future.
Thanks very much, Andy. Much appreciated.
Take care. Bye now.